Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. And this isn't quite the LP that I anticipated making this week, but while I create more footage for Sonic Adventure 2, we're going to be playing a very different game, Reign of Fire. No, seriously, we are going to be playing Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters, Melee. This is also best known as the first really good Godzilla game to come out in the US, inspiring two other games from Atari and Pipeworks. And this, arguably, is maybe the best of the bunch. In my opinion, it has the best controls, but that's largely because it was released on several different systems, including the Gamecube, which has my absolute favorite control scheme of all time. That, and it's very smooth as well. And by the way, no, this is not Sonic Adventure we're watching here. Alright, what's going on here? And there's not much else to say about it. This is a hell of an intro sequence, though. Shows exactly what the game's about, and really creates a sense of dread and doom and giant big... Of course, they had to use a cheesy voice acting. This really is a love letter to the whole giant monster genre. Cheese, silliness, fun, and all. And there's a doozy of a bunch of different giant monsters in this game. There isn't just Godzilla, there isn't just Godzilla and Mothra, oh no! There are lots and lots of different monsters here, and every one of them is playable. There are no NPC... No, wait, that's not entirely true. There are two NPC monsters in this game, but we'll be getting to those later. Aha, the military coming to do absolutely nothing, because seriously, these monsters just sort of don't take military attacks. There's something that I don't think we actually will see in the game, because when I was recording this, I don't think I ever actually got hit by it. There, it's a freeze tank, and it freezes monsters, but for some reason, none of them never showed up in the gameplay itself when I was actually playing the game. I'm not sure why. Now that I'm complaining, those things were a pain in the neck. We'll get into the monsters later on, but at the moment, I will be showing you exactly what gameplay style we will be playing as, and just... Azak! Booga, booga, booga. So, just in case you forgot what game you were playing. So yeah, there's a total of, what is it? 10 different monsters to play as. 11 monsters. I cannot math today. What the heck?
Attention, inhabitants of the planet you call Earth.
Yes?
We are the Vortac. Alien invaders from a distant galaxy who possess an intellect and technology far superior to your own.
You take that back.
To seize control of your planet and plunder its resources for our own purposes. It's what we do.
Why?
All Earth inhabitants will be enlisted to do our bidding. You are instructed to proceed to the nearest outpost for processing.
You are instructed to eat it.
To encourage your cooperation, we have seized control of your Monster Island facility and have unleashed all monsters under our mind control rays. Monster attack on your major population centers is imminent. Not even your strongest monster can break free of our control and defeat the others. That is all.
Wait a minute. Is Gigan even supposed to be under our control?
Am I still on? Well, we now return you to whatever it was you were doing. Idiots.
Anyways, that was a nice little tribute to Invasion of Astro Monster and the Exilians that were the aliens in that movie. So, we're playing as Godzilla 90s, and our first foe is Garris. Godzilla, and we're on Monster Island, by the way, which is the classical containment area for all the world's monsters. Let's see. Godzilla 90s is a pretty decent monster. He's a little slower than most of the rest, but he's also a little tougher. And, he wants a hug. No. He's got some pretty tough attacks and a wide array of them. Monster Island is a pretty wide open area, especially when compared to later areas in the game. It's got all these rock pillars and all these little turrets on top shooting at us, but they really don't do any damage. That UFO that you're seeing is actually the reason that there are power-ups in this game. The UFO periodically drops power-ups, 1 of 4, and we'll be seeing all 4 in this gameplay. Godzilla himself is a giant radioactive mutant reptile monster that was either awakened and or mutated from his slumber at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean by the hydrogen bomb back in the 1950s. And he's since caused havoc and mayhem for the world about as much as he saved it. And Garris there has pretty much the same backstory. Giant prehistoric dinosaur lizard thing that ages ago was awakened and or mutated by the nuclear bomb. And, oh, that was a nice ninja move by Godzilla there. Ow. And Garris has a little more middle-of-the-road stats than Godzilla. He's got pretty good defense. He doesn't have much in the way of offensive ability, though. He also has a sonic roar that I don't think he's used yet. And he can, when he's bored, curl up into a ball and roll up and smack into enemies. And by the way, right behind those rock pillars is a big lava pit. Anybody who walks into the lava pit can walk around, but they'll slowly have their health drained. Wongo. So that was Godzilla 90s and Garris in a nutshell. Ah, Osaka is under attack. By what? By us. Of course, as giant monsters were so destructive, we might as well be attacking anyway. But Megalon there is the... Megalon there is a giant Seatopian monster. I'll get into that later. That's one of the things about Osaka. See those little oil refineries? They will explode if you step on them, so be very careful. Megalon is this giant Seatopian monster. The Seatopians are apparently an ancient civilization of humans from... Ow! Okay, so those things blow up too. Woo! Rage Mode! Rage Mode is one of the more useful power-ups. Not only does it temporarily boost our strength and... I believe speed just slightly, but it does something else while you're at it too. You can also unleash this Rage Mode attack before you lose all your Rage Mode power, and if you unleash that Rage Mode attack, it usually is a shockwave move, but sometimes some different monsters have different abilities. With Godzilla, it's this atomic shockwave ability. Ow. Megalon is a giant deity monster of the Seatopians, an ancient civilization from deep beneath the earth. They don't really like humans so much because of all that nuclear testing, and they sent Megalon up here a while ago to destroy humanity. Megalon eventually lost to Godzilla, and he's pretty much just been a pain in the neck for everybody ever since. Megalon in this game has very low defense, and he has pretty decent attack power. But that is his real strong point. He can dig underground, and he can dig very quickly. I think I'll take that power up. I'll Rage Mode again. And it's very difficult to avoid him entirely, because he just keeps digging and And when he gets directly underneath you, he can use that digging ability to pick you up and attack you with a throwing move. And that was that for Megalon. Pretty much that digging has always got it going for him. He's not his stats aren't terrible. He's definitely still playable even without digging, but digging definitely makes him the cheapest and most irritating monster in the game to fight against. San Francisco is under attack. I'll rip your heart and leave it out at San Francisco! King Ghidorah is a giant space dragon from God knows where. He likes to destroy planets because he gets bored sometimes. That's pretty much all there is to King Ghidorah. Except for the fact that he's probably one of Godzilla's best known and most recurring arch foes. Ow. He's pretty tough in this game too. Ow! See, he's the first monster that actually gives me a hard time. Pow! I do love using Godzilla's uppercut move. Uh-oh, that's not good. I knocked him right into the power-up. Yes, he can fly, he can spit electrical beams from his mouths. Womp. Oh, there's a health power-up. Those are always useful. Give you a little bit of health when you pick them up. Yikes! And that's King Ghidorah's chosen attack. It's called Death Storm. Well named. Well named. King Ghidorah himself is... I believe he's a little slower and a little stronger than most enemy monsters in this game, but he doesn't have much in the way of Actually, King Ghidorah is one of the best monsters in the game. I don't know what I was thinking. Watch out! Ouch! Evade Deathstorm. Oh, and his AI likes to spam those electrical bolts whenever he gets the chance. Yikes. Personally, I like to set the atomic ray up to full power before letting it loose with it. It has a lot of kickback power when you succeed with that. Oops, missed. Oh crap, not again, not again! Ow. And the return of the Death Storm. It's King Ghidorah with a... Oops! King Ghidorah just barely misses having a building chucked at his head. Oh, and he takes the counterattack to Godzilla, but Godzilla's got his back. Godzilla's really got his back. And the military doesn't exactly seem to be keen on him either. Godzilla's definitely got his back in a knot. Godzilla, the world's worst chiropractor. Oh, and he takes it in for the atomic breath once more. It doesn't look like King Ghidorah is going to be able to survive much longer. Yes, he's definitely got a lower health bar than Godzilla, at least. Godzilla's trying to take it down with his tail, and ooh, it's a back-and-forth tag game between the two, but Godzilla is eventually the winner. I ate your heart in San Francisco. What the heck was that?